right? Okay, let us go to introduction. So there are a couple of us here. So I would recommend we drop our full name, our major, our location in the chat. And then I want to take a moment while we're doing all that to introduce our student ambassadors who are helping us tonight. So we have is Denise here. She will be doing the attendance. And then Charisma, she will be dropping some links for us as we go along. So, let's see. Is Denise here? Ooh, accounting. I am accounting major. So, Hillary, humanities. Thank you, thank you. And as all of your introductions are trickling into the chat, I would like our panelists to introduce themselves. Just state your name, your role, and anything else you'd like to share to the students that you want them to know about yourself. So let's start with, I'm gonna go with, because you showed up first, Kelly, so I'll call on you.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks so much. Well, hey everyone, my name is Kelly Newland and I am the Director of Global Learning. I'm based in Pullman, but serve the entire system of Washington State University. I love study abroad, and I would love to see as many of my global campus students go global a second time, go global. So, but any of the study abroad programs offered through Washington State University are open to any student within Washington State University. So come on in and join us online in some way, even, and we will find you a great program.
All right, thank you, Kelly. I'm gonna call on you, Jordan, because you are the second person to show up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. And thank you so much for joining tonight. Like you taking the time out of your day to learn about the resources available on campus. Like you're really doing the first steps to make sure that you're successful during the school year. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. My name is Jordan Creighton. I use she, her pronouns. I am the Director of Financial Aid for WSU Global Campus. So if you ever need anything, feel free to reach out. I see a lot of familiar names in the chat. I think I have talked to a lot of you already, which is great. That means you're getting everything done ahead of time. But I am always available for appointments, phone. You can just give me a call and I'm happy to help where I can.
All right, thank you, Jordan. Now I'm gonna call in, I think Maha showed up next. So Maha, take it away.
Yeah, so guys, my name is Maya Gillespie. I am the director of, it's okay, I have a weird spelling, so it's all the time. Maya Gillespie, Director of College Affordability Programs. Like Kelly, I'm based on the Pullman campus, but our programs do serve all campuses. And so in our area, we have a program called Invest in Cougs, which is a match savings program. We also have Cougar Money Matters, which is financial education and financial wellness for all Cougs. And we do have emergency funding in the form of Crimson Community Grants. So happy to be here.
All right, thank you. And I would like to call in Shane. And so Shane, if you can, I hope you don't get kicked out, but just come back in. All right, Shane, take it away.
Yeah, funny story. We were just talking about that, and I did get kicked out. So I just got back in. So we're going to keep camera off. I apologize. I do look like the photo on my profile. That is an AI generation. And yeah, I coordinate our wellness and health programs. I do a little bit of evaluation work. You can think about me as a resource. I'd love to look into topics for you. I offer weekly programs. One of our programs that's more financially aligned is the CyberCoug reimbursement program. And that reimburses in part for gym memberships, and for our global students, it also includes an equipment reimbursement. And yeah, that'll be coming up in our game.
All right, thank you so much, Shane. Of course, last but not the least, our ASWSUG Director of Finance, Adela Kongdara.
Hi, I'm the ASFCG Director of Finance for this year. My role entails not only processing the grocery vouchers that we're going to talk about more today, but also I oversee the financial aspects of the ASWCG organization, and that's like our student body, and we are the representatives of the voices of students. So we'd love to hear more about what like you students have to say. So if you want to hop into like our weekly executive meetings that are held Tuesdays at 6:30 to 7:30. I did not share this link with Charisma, so I will have to drop it myself. But we'd love to have you there to hear more about what you have to say. But I hope you guys enjoy the panel for today.
All right, thank you so much. So before we continue on, is Denise not here? Ooh, I thought she is. Let me go ahead. I am so sorry because I do want you to get your points, and I need. All right, Hasana, would you be so kindly?
I could take
Uh,
attendance.
Yes, thank you so much. So if you could direct message Hassana Al Najjar, or she would be DMing you, please respond with your full name and your email address so that we can cross-reference it to our attendance and make sure that you're in there and that you can earn your points. Okay, next up. Oh, this is game time. So we are gonna talk about the game mechanics. It is Jeopardy with a twist. So 5 categories for each of our panelists: financial aid, Cook's Money Matters, study abroad, ASWSUG reimbursement, and cyber Cook fitness. All right, so connections, I will pick the first category. First to raise their hands get to answer. Unmute yourselves to answer. No scoring. Instead, raffle for those who answers, and the person who answers selects the next category. Now, I do want to know, because I'm making assumption here, are we good, or are we familiar on the raise hands feature on Zoom? So it is at the bottom bar of your Zoom, and there is a react with a heart. You click on that and you will see a lot of different reactions that you can utilize. So utilize the raise hand. So whoever raises their hands first gets to answer the question, and whether or not you answer it correctly or close enough to the correct answer, you still get to pick the next category. And whoever is brave enough to answer a question, you will be entered into our raffle at the end of the event. All right, who is ready? Let me go ahead and stop sharing, and I'll share my other screen. All right, sorry about that. Stop share, and then we are going to play Jeopardy. Woo! All right, is everybody excited? Give me a thumbs up, please. Thumbs up if you're excited. Okay. Well, I don't really see. I don't know why I don't see. Okay. Oh, I see it differently. So my view is different from yours. So why don't we get started with? I will start with study abroad because it is exciting, and I wish I could do it, or I would have done it. But yes, I'll do study abroad 100. Boom. On how many continents can you study abroad as a global cook? Raise your hands as quickly as you can if you know the answer.
Oh.
Oh, charisma. All right, charisma.
Mhm.
I want to say 5.
5 continents. Oh, let's see. Oh, close enough.
Really?
So we'll give
You
you
can
a
go
little
to
bit of credit.
Antarctica?
Yes, you can go to Antarctica. Yeah, we go every other winter break. So
Oh,
not this
wow.
winter break, but next year. So
Yeah, I never
yeah,
would have guessed that. So that's why I guessed under 7. That's so cool.
that's why you're here, right?
All right. So do you want to expand? Oh, well, I guess there are no more expansion on that one. It is pretty self-explanatory. And as Kelly said, wow, 7 continents. So in all continents, you can go to get your study abroad. So that is amazing. Now, Charisma, pick our next category because you were brave enough to answer. So let me um, include you in your wheels of names. But yeah, why don't you start deciding what you want
Um,
to do next?
maybe Cyber Coog Fitness.
Cyber Fitness 100 or 500?
Oh, 100.
100. All right. So, this is the name of WSU Global Campus's virtual fitness community aimed at helping students stay active with a fall submission deadline of November 15th. Who's fast enough to raise their hands if they know the answer? All right. 5, 4, 3. Going once, going twice. All right. The answer is, what is cybercode fitness? Yeah, I know. It kind of is confusing. But Shane, can you tell us a little bit more about what is cybercode fitness?
Yeah, so we've been running this program now for years and years, and just getting the word out about it again and again and again. There's been pretty steady growth, and it's a reimbursement program. Okay, we're really wanting folks to reach out to Jordan and her team to make sure that it doesn't affect your financial aid, but it's something you can apply for to reimburse for fitness center reimbursements and or equipment. And yeah, that's all I'll tell you so far, because there's more questions.
All right, thank you, Shane. Okay, well, since Charisma, nobody was brave enough to answer the question, why don't you go ahead and pick another category?
The next category, oh, maybe the first one, financial aid.
Oh,
And you want me to pick a number or? 200.
so we're not keeping scores because you just automatically get your name into the raffle. So any of these questions would be informational. And so yeah, take your pick.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know I muted myself.
Financial
was
aid
trying to answer.
500.
Yes.
All right. Completing this step will help financial aid pay additional charges on your account. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, Hasana.
Do your FAFSA or WASPA.
Oh, let's see. It is a grant. So
Huh?
what is grant permission? So Jordan, can you tell us more about grant permissions?
So financial aid will only cover basic tuition and basic mandatory fees. If you have extra charges on your account, such as maybe a junior writing portfolio or Alex placement test, those are not automatically covered by financial aid. So you can grant your student permissions under your account services and 1098-T tile. And this actually will allow financial aid for future semesters, might be a little late right now, for future semesters to pay all those additional charges on your account.
All right, thank you, Jordan.
So hold
Now,
on. Even if you have maximum eligibility, FAFSA or WASPA does not pay the full tuition and fees and other fees.
It could. So if you have
It
financial aid,
depends on eligibility though.
the cost of tuition, then it will cover those additional expenses for students. But it won't do it automatically unless you grant that permission to do so.
Okay.
So some of you, if you're brand new, you might be going on your student account, especially if you're coming in at junior standing, you might see a $50 bill on your account. That $50 bill might be from your junior writing portfolio, and it's because your permissions weren't granted.
oh, that is good to know. And yeah, so Hasana, why don't you pick another category that would provide us information that we may not even know about? So yes, pick your category.
I want to pick Coog's Money Matters 200.
Cougs Money Matters, you got it. The number one requirement for students to be considered eligible for invest in Cougs. Ooh, what is the number one requirement? Charisma. You're so fast.
Okay, I'm not even sure I'm gonna get this right, but I feel like it's a trick question. I feel like the number one requirement is to be a student at Washington State.
To be a WSU student. All right, boom. Oh, Washington State
Oh.
resident is what you
Okay,
said.
that makes more sense.
Yes, so it is the number one requirement is a Washington State resident, and we'll call in Oh my goodness, Maya. I don't want to butcher your name again.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, Invested Cougs is our match savings program. So students, right now the program is students are working to save $1,000 and we could provide match funds up to 400%. So they can get a grant for up to $4,000. And where those funds, the match funds are coming from, does have a requirement that students do have to be a Washington State resident. So if you're a Washington State resident and you meet the other criteria, you could be eligible. But that number one, yes, besides being a WSU student, that would have been a good trick one. But yeah, Washington.
Yeah, thank you, Ma. All right. Oh, Maya. Maya. My sister's name is Maya. I shouldn't be forgetting it. So, Charisma, pick a category again. We should have more. All right.
I'll do the reimbursement one since we haven't done that one yet.
A is WSUG, 100, 200, 300.
300.
300 for ASWSUG reimbursements. So ASWSUG grocery vouchers program is typically awarded in this amount per approved student. Adela can't answer this question. That's what I want to know. So yes, Elizabeth wants to know about it. So who wants to answer it? Like, give it a shot. Elizabeth, you want to take a wild guess? All right, Elizabeth, go ahead.
$75.
$75. What is $150? So that is the amount, and Adela can give us more information.
Yes, so our currently our ASWCG grocery vouchers are awarded at 150. We used to have it where you can request like a certain amount, but now we automatically just do 150 if you qualify for that. But of course, before you apply, always reach out to Jordan about how this may affect your financial aid packages. But we always try to give the most amount since these are funded by SNA fees, and if you're a global student, most of you pay into these fees, so take advantage. Yeah, while you can.
All right, thank you, Adela. So, Elizabeth, you get to take our next or pick our next category.
How about financial aid 100?
Financial aid 100. You got it. These applications open on October 1st and must be completed annually to qualify for financial aid. I see Chalice hand raised really fast. So, Chalice.
FAFSA.
Oh, let's see if you are right. You are correct. What is FAFSA and WASFA? So, Jordan, give us more information about this.
Yeah, so I encourage you all to complete your FAFSA or WASFA by December 15th. That's going to be the priority deadline for this next year in order for you to qualify for the maximum financial aid for next fall. Remember, you only need to complete one application. The FAFSA is for U.S. citizens and eligible non-citizens, and the WASFA are for students who don't qualify for FAFSA and are residents of the state of Washington.
All right. Thank you so much. So hopefully if we get this done real quick and if our panelists are willing to stay a bit longer for more or for questions, we should end this with question and answer. So session. Okay, so Chalice. I do want to make sure I say your name right. Chalice.
Let's do study abroad for 200.
Study abroad for 200. Okay, major, you can study abroad at WSU. So what major can you... Oh, all right, Chalice, take it away.
I'm going to say any, if it's
Any
offered.
major. What is all of them? Yay! Ding, 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 ding. All right, Kelly.
Yeah. We have a lot of study abroad programs, something like over 700 you could choose from, and they are going to help you achieve goals in terms of classwork from like your major, a minor, UCOR, or even general elective. We even have some things you can do, like some programs where we work with an organization that is not for credit. You just get to like volunteer for a week abroad, and they help place you in communities that they have a long lasting impact with. And you pay by the week in terms of going abroad. So, yeah, if you didn't think study abroad was going to be able to be fit in for you, hey, I can get you somewhere for 1 week and you don't even have to pay tuition, just whatever fees that organization charges. So,
All
go
right.
global, Cougs. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, that is interesting because I know that our director of finance for ASWSU just went on a study abroad for for a week. So, all right. Okay. Next category, Chalice. I believe that's still you.
Let's do financial aid 200.
Financial aid 200. Students should check with this office to see if participating in a reimbursement program has a negative impact on their grants or loans. Oh, we kind of like touch. Oh. So, Chalice, would you be okay if Jerry answers? He had his thumbs up, but
Yep. Go ahead.
Jerry, are you willing to answer this?
Financial aid department.
Financial aid department. Student financial services. So you are correct. So this, yes, this is Jordan's office, and so I'd like Jordan to tell us more.
Yes, at WSU, we like to be unique and call it Student Financial Services because we do more things than just administer financial aid, such as different financial literacy programs and just working to set you up for success. So, Student Financial Services is what we do. Participating in the reimbursement programs almost act like a scholarship for financial aid. Any type of money that you get because of your student status, so participating in the reimbursement program, you're eligible for it because you're a WSU Global student. We have to account for that on financial aid awards just as like a placeholder. So before you participate in any reimbursement program, I encourage you to check with me just to make sure it won't have a negative impact. Most students it doesn't, but you don't want to be the one student that it does have an impact on and lose eligibility for other funding.
Oh, yeah, that is very, very important. And so a lot of the forms that we have, we do try with the our reimbursement form that we encourage you to check in with Jordan and or Jordan's office to make sure that none of that happens because we do want to have all these resources for you that you can avail, but we also don't want you to lose these resources because of. So, Jerry, what would be our next category?
Reimbursements for 100.
Reimbursements for 100. This ASWSUG program helps WSU Global Campus students afford essential groceries. We should know this. We just kind of talked about. You raise your hands, Jerry, like your actual hands. All right, I'll give it to Chalice. I saw you raise your hands like actual hands. All right,
The grocery voucher.
all right, grocery voucher. Let's see. All right. What is the ASWSUG grocery voucher program? So I know, Adela, you touched on it a little bit already, but is there anything more you want to say about the ASWSUG grocery voucher program?
Yeah, I just wanted to like briefly just to have the same reminder that Jordan just shared with us. Just reach out to her, make sure that for anybody who wants to participate in this, to make sure that it has no negative impact. Because at ASWSG we really want to prevent that. So this is why as the title is reimbursements, although we have offered reimbursements in the past, there have been situations where it has negatively impacted students, and we are definitely trying to like not have that happen anymore. So currently we only offer our grocery voucher program, but we hope to reach as many students as we can with this. But again, don't forget to reach out to Jordan.
All right, thank you, Adela. Okay, Chalice, you are really on fire tonight. Okay, what is our next category?
So study abroad 300.
Study abroad, 300. So the most popular country for study abroad among WSU students. All right, I will give it to Elizabeth this time. I want to hear Elizabeth's voice. So, what is it, Elizabeth?
I'm gonna guess Europe.
Europe.
Yeah,
Ooh,
a specific country though. Do you have one in mind?
Europe.
Italy.
Okay, that's it. What is
Hey,
Italy?
nice.
Wow, good
Way to
job.
go.
All right. Tell us about that, Kelly. Why?
Yeah, so we have a lot of our students who like to go to Italy and Florence in particular. The second most popular is Barcelona, Spain. But we actually have students who are in, off the top of my head, like probably over 30 different countries a year. Like I said, on all 7 continents. So we have our popular locations that we can get students to and have a lot of great advising that way. But also, if you're someone who wants to go to, let's say, this semester, I just checked in with a student who is in Bangkok, Thailand. I have a student in Johannesburg, South Africa. I have a student in Ghana. I have a student. I'm trying to think like where the kind of most fun, like off the beaten path type places are. I have somebody in Australia, somebody in New Zealand. So like we have cougs all over the world, like, and there is not a day of the year where we don't have at least a dozen cougs out and about, even like on a random day like Christmas Day, for instance. Yeah, so we have the most popular places, but we can also get you to anywhere else that is safe. And I will let you know if it's not.
Well, thank you, Jordan. So yeah, get on with with Kelly. I'm sorry, get on with Kelly and see if study abroad might be in your immediate future. Okay, that was Elizabeth. Was it you, Elizabeth, that answered, or Chalice was on fire? I think it was Elizabeth.
Yeah. Let's go with Cook Money Matters 100.
Coog Money Matters 100 coming right up. Invest in Coogs is a match savings program that can provide up to what dollar amount in match grant funding? Ooh, up to, I guess, is the cap or the maximum. Oh, yeah, Jordan said great regret from college days. Oh, Hillary, yay! Hillary, yes.
Was it 4,000?
4,000. Wow, exact amount. I think I'm gonna give you a bonus point. For those who answered with exact precision, I will definitely award you with that extra point. So let's go ahead. Maya.
Yeah, so it is awesome job, Hillary. I did try to mention it earlier because I was like, well, this is something you guys may not know. And I would say it's up to $4,000 because the match portion does go through a student's financial aid package. So we have to make sure there's unmet need and that there's room just in that financial aid package as well. So yeah, so you would get the $4,000 and then students get their $1,000 back. So a pretty good deal.
It is a pretty good deal. All right. Okay. Thank you, Maya. Let's go ahead and pick a category. Hillary.
Let's go Cybercoop Fitness for 200.
Cybercode Fitness for 200. Reimbursement is up to 125 for this type of student with qualifying receipts. So, yes, I guess that I'm gonna give a clue because this could be. Oh, Elizabeth knows. I was gonna give a clue. Elizabeth, take it away.
I think it's for like laptops or computers.
Ooh, it's up to for this type of student. So I think
Or
we
for
have,
this type of student. Ooh.
yeah,
Medical. I'll say medical there.
medical student. We'll see. What is full-time student who completes 3 healthy habits? So I think in the application form, those 3 healthy habits is embedded that you have to complete and then fill out. But it is full-time students. All right, Shane, are you still with us?
Oh, I am. And I'm grateful to be so. Yeah, so full-time students qualify for up to 125. So if you do the healthy habits, you can qualify for that much. And if you don't do the healthy habits, you qualify for $100, which is great. And healthy habits are really flexible. It could be going to appointments that you're going to go to anyway, going to see the doc, getting your wellness check for the year. It could be trying a new recipe, which is, I've had some really goofy stuff come across the, it's like I mixed X, Y, and Z in with my ramen noodles. I was like, well, I guess there's additional nutrients in there. So good job. Yeah, trying a new workout program, getting a meditation app, all kinds of things count. So that's what I'll say there.
All right. We do have some interesting questions in the chat. So let's go first. I think this is for Maya. Can current students start the savings program while attending?
Yep, and I'm just kind of slow. I'm just on my laptop trying to get the link and stuff. But yes, it is. That is exactly when we want students to do that. So our application is going to open maybe mid next week, but at least by the end of next week. So students would apply as long as they meet the other criteria. They would open up a BECU bank account, is where they're going to save their money. BECU is our sponsor, and then they just kind of start from there. And so it's not just saving. There's going to be a peer mentor component to it, as well as a financial education course. But I think the link may or may not be in the chat. If not, I can put it in there. And then you guys can stay tuned for more information that I will share with Global Campus.
All right. Thank you, Maya. Okay. Oh, now I'm trying to remember who answered. I think it was Elizabeth. Elizabeth, pick a category.
Now I'm more interested. So Cook Money Matters 300.
Oh, cool. All right. True or false? Cougar Money Matters is free for all WSU students. Oh, Jerry! Yay! Jerry!
Well, I'm a new student. I figure I got 50-50 here. So I'm going to say what is true.
What is true? You are correct. Ding, 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 ding. I will give you extra points.
So yes, it is free. And that's just because it's, and I don't know, we always say it's free, which everyone is eligible for Cougar Money Matters, where Invest in Cougs does have very, I guess, particular eligibility requirements. Cougar Money Matters has a variety of different financial resources. We do programming, instructor-led. We also have a self-paced learning portal. So we do a bunch of different financial education and financial wellness programming. And this year we also have some really cool scholarship opportunities. So we are going to have 50 scholarships for $250. So more to come on that. Again, I will share this information with Global Campus and get this out in your guys' newsletter, but I can also follow up and send the stuff to me to share as well.
So there is a question in the chat. Can you deposit the $1,000 right away, or does it need to be in installments?
That is a great question. So yes, each student is on their own journey and has their own situation. And so we do have some students that deposit it all at once. There is a 6-month minimum before a student can receive the match funds. So during the 6 months, you're meeting with your peer mentor. You're also completing the online course that we have through Canvas, and you're also tracking your spending. And so if you have not tracked your spending before, it is a very humbling experience. And I find out that I spend a whole lot more at Starbucks than I probably want to, or should, or whatever, but it just kind of opens your eyes up to different things, and students are learning so much, again, through either the instructor-led workshops that we do and with that self-paced learning portal. So each student is going to have a little bit of a different scenario just based on their situation and their lifestyle and journey.
All right. Oh, thank you for that, Maya. Okay. Let's see. Jerry, you answered it so precisely. What is our next category?
Let's go financial aid for 300, please.
Financial aid for 300. According to this policy, students must maintain a 2.0 GPA in order to continue to qualify for financial aid. Oh, Hassana, raise your hands first. Hassana.
All students are required to maintain a 2.0 GPA for satisfactory academic progress.
So,
in order to
what is
receive
this
financial
policy?
Satisfactory academic progress.
Oh, wow. You are very specific, I think. What is SAP? Satisfactory academic progress. All right. Okay. Take it away, Jordan.
Yeah, so if you're getting financial aid, it basically means that you also need to work hard to try to be successful in school. It's not just free money. The hope and the end goal is that you're going to get a degree. So there are different requirements. 2.0 GPA is the pretty general requirement for all financial aid. There's also requirements on whether you can and cannot drop classes and the impact to your financial aid. So it all depends on the type of financial aid that you are getting. My general recommendation is one, always aim to get a 2.0 GPA. And two, if you ever are thinking about dropping a class, always check in with financial aid to see what the impact would be for you because each student's going to be a little bit different.
All right, thank you for that, Jordan. Okay, Hassana, what will be our next category?
Let's do 500 for study abroad.
Study abroad, 500, 400.
500.
500, whoa. All right. Can financial aid apply to study abroad costs? Chalice.
I'm going to say yes if you're Pell Grant eligible.
Ooh, all right. Let's see about that. Oh, what is it? Yes. I love this. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so it does apply. So it's sort of like, like you maybe have a lab fee or something like that, or an in-class fee or something to buy some different supplies, but it is just a lot bigger and it can include a lot of things. So and it doesn't just have to be the fees that WSU is charging you. Even like if your flight, for instance, is separate, we can let financial aid know what we think the flight is going to cost, and they will even potentially consider you for aid for that. So you have to qualify for the financial aid, of course, but you can utilize scholarships, need-based aid, and you can, like the Pell eligible students, can actually apply for even a very specific scholarship called the Gilman Scholarship, which can give you, I forget exactly how much, but it's like up to like $6,000 or something in scholarship to go toward your study abroad. So we have a lot of different resources within our study abroad office, also within our search engine, which I will post that link in the chat now. So.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. Okay. Chalice, what would be our next category?
Let's see, study abroad 400.
400 study abroad, the length of time that the study abroad programs offered by WSU. I think we touched a little bit of this earlier, but Chalice again.
I think it doesn't it varies, but I think some are like 4 weeks and it can even go up to a semester long.
Oh, you paid attention.
Yes, so it is actually as short as 1 week and as long as a full academic year. And we've had students do both. So study abroad isn't just one sort of set, like a semester abroad or something like that. Like I said before, you can even do a no credit, and the no credit ones don't actually qualify for financial aid. But those can be as short as 1 week and they can be fairly inexpensive. But then you can also go up to a full academic year abroad. There is a limit though in terms of financial aid. You can only do 2 semesters abroad, utilizing financial aid for that time abroad. So basically, yeah, like you pick your amount of time you want to go abroad and we'll help you find a program that matches that.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. I think like being able to go for 2 semesters is like exciting to get to experience different countries. But Chalice, what would be our next category?
Let's do financial aid 400.
All right, financial aid 400 for this semester. Students enroll in courses and then a financial aid offer is created. Take a while, guess. Chalice?
Summer? Is it summer?
Wait, hang on. Charles, I just saw Charles raise his hands for the first time. And is it okay with you, Chalice, if we
I just answered.
All right, Charles.
I believe, isn't it fall?
Fall. What is fall? Summer
Uh,
is another. Well, it's like close. They're like side by side. So I still give you credit for that. You're still gonna be in our raffle draw. So, Jordan.
Yeah, so for summer semester, it works a little bit differently compared to fall and spring, where you may have received your financial aid offer before school started and you were able to plan accordingly. For summer, your financial aid offer isn't created until you enroll in courses. So that is a little bit different. It can be kind of stressful. You can always reach out to financial aid and they can help provide information. In general, if you are Pell Grant eligible or receive the Washington College Grant, in most cases, you're eligible to use that during the summer as well, and you'll get brand new grant opportunities. For student loans, it's all based on what you utilize during the school year and if you have anything left over. For summer financial aid for your Pell Grant and Washington College Grant, you just have to be in 3 credits. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to cover your summer semester, but that's where funding could potentially be available. In order to qualify for student loans during the summer, you have to be in a minimum of 6 credits.
Oh, wow. That is good to know, Jordan. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. So, Charles, why don't you go ahead and pick our next category?
let's do Cougs Money Matters for 400.
Cook's Money Matters for 400. In addition to events, workshops, and the self-paced online financial education, Cougar Money Matters also provides this for students. What additional? Ooh. And I just want to say, while we're waiting for a hand to raise, that I did not say no Googling. So I guess it's that's kind of hint, hint, hint. 5, 4, 3, going once, going twice. Boom. What is financial counseling? All right. Maya?
Yes. And I don't know, hopefully you'd be able to find this on the website. We are going to be, hopefully by the end of October, our new website will be up and running, and you'll be able to schedule a financial counseling appointment right from our website. So I am in the process of doing 2 different financial certifications, and all of our peer mentors have already gone through a peer mentor financial certification. So if you have questions about how everything works at WSU, how to find money to help pay for some of your costs, maybe you're not getting as many grants as you would like, or maybe you're just trying to figure out how to make ends meet and stretch those dollars, I'm more happy to help you and sit down with you and take a look at that, your situation, and help connect you with some resources and give you some tools. So yeah.
All right. Thank you, Maya. I hope that website will be up pretty soon. And it's so funny that everybody will start Googling now, but it's okay. We're almost at the end. So I will go back with you, Charles. What category should we be doing next?
Let's go with CyberCoug Fitness for 300.
CyberCook Fitness for 300. Reimbursement is up to $100 for this type of student with qualifying receipts. Susana!
Half-time.
Part-time. Is that what you
Part-time.
said? All right,
Yeah.
part-time. What is part-time student? And they also need to complete 3 healthy habits. Good job. So, Shane, would you want to expand, or this is kind of like related to the previous one? But is there anything you need to add to this?
This one is just an emphasis that part-time students are still eligible. So yeah, we just want students to know that if you're not full-time, you're still eligible for a partial refund.
So
Or
$100.
reimbursement, excuse me. Yep.
All right. Thank you, Shane. Okay.
And yes, it's per semester.
So Susanna, what will be our next category?
Saving a sticker. Well, thanks, honey.
200 AS reimbursement.
WSUG. All right. ASWSUG for 200. Students must complete this action each time they want to be considered for grocery vouchers. I think it's been bounced around a lot, this step that you need to take before you want to be considered for grocery vouchers. All right. Charisma.
I believe was it talk to financial services?
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh,
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm
You submit it
sorry.
and then
I
you
gave
talk
you a
to.
bad clue. All right, Adela.
Okay, I will answer Elizabeth's chat after I speak upon this, but so yes, it is an important step to reach out to financial aid, but it also is another important step to submit a new application every semester because we offer the grocery vouchers each semester, so 150 each semester, so totaling to 300 per academic year.
All right, thank you, Adela. Okay, Charisma, what would be our next category?
The
Oh, you're muted.
sorry, Coog Money Matters 500.
Kung Money Matters. This is an emergency funding for educational expenses. Ooh, anybody want to take a wild guess? Oh, Elizabeth.
I think that's the emergency grant.
Oh, let's see if you're right. Crimson Community Grant. So it is close enough. They just probably added Crimson in there to be WSU branded. Okay, so tell us more, Maya.
So WSU we have one application that is for all students, and it is the emergency funding request form. But through that, students are going to be, depending on your campus and depending on your eligibility, you could be reviewed by a few different offices. So Student Financial Services has emergency funding. Dean of Students has emergency funding, which is specific to basic needs and basic need expenses. And our emergency funding is Crimson Community Grant. So it's specific to educational expenses. So if there's tuition, fees, books, supplies, computer, that kind of stuff, that's what we can award based on. So yes, it is emergency funding, and the name of it is just, of course, we just want to be fun with the name. So it's Crimson Community Grant.
I figured. Thank you, Maya. Okay, all right. Elizabeth, what would be our next category?
Oh, ASWSUG reimbursements 400.
I already picked it. All right, the ASWSUG Grocery Voucher Program received donations from donors, but is also funded by these fees. Oh, Sarah raised her hands. You're so fast, Sarah. All right, go ahead. Take it away.
What are S&A fees?
All right, what are ASNA fees? So services and activities fees. I think that's self-explanatory, but if you have anything to add, Adela, you can go right ahead.
Yeah, I just really want to emphasize that like most global students do pay into these. So if you want to get like to kind of get your money back, definitely apply to the grocery voucher program. Yeah.
All right, thank you for that, Adela. So, Sarah, you get to pick our next category.
Let's finish up ASWSUG reimbursements for 500.
All right. Students can apply for the grocery voucher this many times per semester, subject to funding. Ooh, Angelique.
Once per semester?
Once per semester. Let's see if you're right. All right, you are correct. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, Adela, anything you need to add?
Yes. So yeah, as I mentioned before, it's 150 per semester, 300 totaling the academic school year. And it is subject to funding because it is funded by S&A fees, and we have a certain allocation to this particular reimbursement. But usually we haven't had an issue about not having enough funds. So like I think take advantage, so yeah.
Yeah, so every student that applies for this reimbursement or grocery voucher gets a voucher, correct?
I'm sorry,
Like,
can you say that again?
so with you saying that we all or you have enough funding so far, like so far you have not run out of funding, that
Yeah,
if they
so far,
apply,
as long as you're, yeah,
yeah,
so
they
far, as long
use.
as you're eligible, we haven't had to turn away anybody yet. So,
All right, thank you for that, Adela. Okay, oh, how many do we have? Okay, two more. And I think it was Angelique that answered last. So take a pick. It's two categories.
Let's do the 400.
All right, 400 cybercook fitness, mental health, emotional health, and physical health have been shown to be treatable by this type of activity. Oh, Jerry!
What is physical activity?
What is physical activity? You are correct. Whoa, that's another like on the spot. Ah, good job, Jerry. You're gonna get lots of extra points tonight. All right, Shane.
Yeah, there's a lot to say about this. You know, if we could put exercise in a pill form, oh, that'd be a multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical. The real challenge is we can't motivate action. So it's really, really difficult to prescribe exercise because folks don't tend to be consistent with it. But it's shown like you can take some of the things that exercise produces. For example, if you exercise your legs, you can release more brain-derived neurotrophic factor. You can drip that kind of stuff on petri dish neurons, and it'll grow dendrites. Like it'll actually regrow your nervous system. It wards off. Yeah, it's the one thing we know that actually does ward off mental decline. It increases bone mass. We're all going to face that someday, and our decreases in bone mass. So building bone mass, the only way we can do that is by stressing our body. Common conditions such as depression, anxiety can be improved and or treated through exercise. And then physical health, you can think about every time you add a little bit of muscle, that is a bank account towards future health and wellness. So exercise is a real awesome thing that you can take. You can think about it as taking exercise, and some forms of physical activity also count. So anyway, just lots to say about that. It's a wonderful thing, and that's part of why we have selected this as a reimbursable program.
All right. Well, thank you, Shane. But the last one is already like we only have one on the board. So I will just reveal it. To qualify for reimbursement, CyberCook Fitness registrations are submitted on the 15th of one of these 3 months. Oh, you got 3 months to pick. 5. Just take a wild guess. Or there are 12 months in a year, so just take a wild guess. Jerry, because you've been like spot on. We'll see.
What is September?
What is September? November, April, June. That's okay. All right. So Shane.
Yeah, great guess. 25% chance, not too bad. Yeah, so we get these in before the end of the semester so that the financial aid team can have time to review their side of it so we can distribute things. And before we can get things in before the end of the fiscal year. So the deadlines are before the end of the semester. That's the big take home. And I just want to, I know a lot of other speakers have been emphasizing this, but reach out to financial aid, you know, make sure that these reimbursements are not going to have an impact on your student loans that you don't expect. So we're really making a push for that this year. We still want students doing these programs and partaking. We just don't want anybody falling through the cracks and having a surprise where they don't get the loans that they need to persist in their degree. It's very important. So anyway, there's our date.
All right, thank you, Shane. Okay, so I think that concludes our Jeopardy game. Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen and go get to the next screen. But if I know this is kind of like imposing to our panelists. If they want to stay maybe a bit longer, if some students would want to stay and ask questions, but I do want to finish up on like our slide over here because there are some things. Week of Welcome is not the only event that you can attend, and we do have one last event that happening tomorrow. But I do want to encourage all of you that have not done this yet. Please go to our Involve page. It used to be called Presence. That's why the URL is Presence, but it is now called Involve because you will be able to see what is the points is about or attend more WOW events and also find more events that we have planned out for you during the fall semester. And we also have clubs and organizations. And I do see a lot of our ambassadors and club leaders that are, yeah, a few, not a lot, but a few ambassadors and club leaders here. So yes, check out Involve. Either scan a QR code or save, take a screenshot of this slide, and then visit the platform, and you can log in utilizing your WSU credentials. So however you sign in into your My WSU, you utilize this. You can also go to Global Connections webpage. You can find other events there and other opportunities for you to get involved. So yeah, just take a screenshot of this and scan a QR code, however you want to do it. But please, yeah, go to Global Connections webpage and find some other ways that you can be involved. So upcoming, I do want to encourage everybody to also come, for those of you especially who have been so consistent each day attending each of our Week of Welcome event, to come to tomorrow's networking and jamming with DJ McPhee. We do have our mentorship and alumni coordinator, and he will be talking about this program that we will be launching pretty soon. It's about mentorship, where we partner you with an alumni as a mentor. So if that is something that you're wanting to do to network and to connect, please come to networking and jamming with DJ McPhee on the 15th. And I did promise a raffle draw, but while I'm setting up our raffle draw, if you have any questions to our panelists, and I believe they are still here, just go right ahead and unmute yourselves and ask the questions that you are wanting to ask.
Excuse me. Is Elizabeth still here?
Oh, Elizabeth denies.
I did want to answer her question from like the beginning of the meeting about picking up books really quickly.
Oh yeah.
Based on the research I did, I'm 95% sure. You might still want to double check up with someone, but I believe the only campus you could pick up books from is Pullman campus as a WSU Global Campus student.
Dang. Okay. Well, thanks for checking for me though.
No problem.
All right. Anybody have any question to our panelists? They are still like hanging out with us while I'm setting this up. So if you have any like remaining questions for them, this would be the chance to ask them.
I had a quick question about the study abroad program. I know you said that you could do like a minimum of a week, but like, does it kind of matter like when that week is? Like, say for instance, like I have the ability to go, but only like this 1 week in, I don't know, March or something. Like, does that limit the places you can go, or how does that kind of work?
Yeah, no, for that, the one thing I'm talking about in particular is actually something called Intern HQ Abroad. And you can find that in the study abroad search. And really, like, you just go to their website, and they may have some limitations based on weather, seasonal sort of things, but no, like if you have a specific week, like let's say spring break, or global campus students sort of have a little bit more flexibility in terms of like when things have to be finished, for instance. No, you put that week in, and they'll help you find something.
Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, that one in particular, it's not run by WSU folks on the ground. It's an organization we work with that helps place students.
Okay, like a collaboration.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll put the search engine back in here.
All right, Adela, you got your hands raised.
Yeah, because I actually just finished like a intern abroad experience. So if you want to hear more about that, you can talk to me and I can like provide so much information because I love doing that. And actually I got the information from this panel last year. And the Cooks Money Matters, like this panel has been so helpful. So I encourage everyone to take advantage of everything as much as they can. But if you want to hear more about the intern abroad, I can definitely speak upon it as a student who experienced that recently.
I'll definitely probably pick your brain later.
I love it.
Do we have any more questions to any of our panelists? Shane has to take off, but he dropped his email in the chat. If you have more questions for him, just send him an email. But yeah, are there any questions? So yeah, but let's give it about a minute.
Quick question for Adela real quick. Where did you go?
Oh, I went to Barcelona, Spain for my internship. Yeah, so the second was visited and it was wonderful, and it gave me the opportunity to go to different areas of Spain as well as visit Paris for a while. So if you take advantage of that, like it's so close because the airlines and the trains are actually, I feel like, more affordable than I would have thought before I got there. So that's another thing too, another perk
Yeah,
when you're over there.
perspective. All right, Jerry, do you have a question?
Yeah, my question is regarding student financial aid. I submitted a change in circumstances form, and I know classes are about to begin very soon. My question is, can I start classes and financial aid if they accept my information I provided them? Can they change my financial stuff after I've already begin classes? My worry would be that if I began classes, that I'm kind of locked into those terms.
Absolutely. So at any point of when they get approved, they reevaluate your eligibility for that current semester. And so there isn't any harm of starting classes, and there isn't any risk of doing so.
Oh,
I guess
wow.
the only risk is if you weren't approved, then you're locked in with the financial aid that you've already received.
All right, that's that answer your question. Okay, Elizabeth has her hands raised. So Elizabeth.
Okay, so for all the reimbursement things we talked about here today, I saw the link and we go to that and we fill out our information to get put on the mailing list. So then when those become available to do, will we be getting emails or with like this is available to do now, like the grocery vouchers and tell us where to go to fill out the applications?
So yes, currently I just finished I requested a web edit for our webpage because I don't know if you've been on there, but currently it's just like you have to sign up for the email list, and hopefully they'll be updated by Monday to have the link to the application form. But if that is not updated, I will send the application link on Monday for students to apply because it does open up on Monday when classes start.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, anyone else? We gotta take this opportunity to ask our questions because thank you. I do appreciate our panelists for sticking with us tonight. So if you have any more questions, if not, we can go ahead with our raffle draw. So
I
any
just
more?
wanted to add real quick to that last question about information about reimbursements. Especially with ASWSUG, we do have social media, which I partner a lot with Adela to let students know when the applications are opening and when they're closing. And then I also am part of the Global Connections social media chat. So they also send out a weekly newsletter that they will be doing, which will also have a lot of club relevant information about events. And then those will also be announcements of when the specific other reimbursements are coming out too. So just make sure that you just keep an eye on your student email, your WSU email. And then of course, Global Connections also has social media, and then ASWSUG, we have our own socials too. So
All right. Any more questions? Because we do want to take this opportunity to get your questions answered. If not, there will be a follow-up email that I will be sending to everybody who is here tonight with the email addresses of all our panelists and some relevant links that I hope you could bookmark if you're into bookmarking or if you're into that. But yes, don't worry, we will get you covered.